Everybody, it's time for Dirty Modo with Tampa Timms, and the professor is here. Russell, thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, appreciate it. Last week, Russ was big on Logano and Blaney. Good thing we didn't tail any of those bets.
We were close, but we did avoid Keselowski for sure.
All right, maybe we get a refund for being close. I'm not sure how this works.
Yeah, refunds.
Do we get the refund for being close?
Did we not say top 5 for those guys?
Oh, we did. What was our top 5 parlay?
I didn't want to bring this up.
What is it? It cashed.
It didn't cash.
What did it? What was it?
What was it?
I don't remember.
Why did you not want to bring it up?
Because it's an awful bet.
Jesus. Well, all right. Well, I'm glad we remembered what it was. See, I can't bet this because it's racing, and I rely on y'all to keep track of what we talked about last week.
I'll keep track of your losing bets going forward.
Damn it.
Bad decision.
What do you remember, Russell?
No, I just remember us saying that Logano and Blaney and Bell were going to be good. That's all I remember.
I'll be damned. All right. Well, did anybody make any good bets that cashed?
I don't know if it was a good bet, but Chris Buescher top 10.
Be careful. Travis is sitting next to you. He will let you know.
I bet Chris Buescher top 10, and boy, was that a sweat the whole race. I don't think he touched the top 10.
No, yeah.
And then he finished 10th. So I was like, oh, my God. Yeah. So good for that. But, yeah.
You still won.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I'm happy with that. Yeah.
You still won.
But I had Bubba to win the Open, too, and I was frustrated.
There was a lot going on in that race, especially at the end. A lot of guys that were fading, some guys that gained a ton of track position late, like Chastain, that held on to it. Yeah. Kind of screwed up a bunch of bets, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. I had Brad in a matchup bet, too, I think against Kyle. So that was tough to see, TJ. But
we were right around each other for a while.
Yeah, it was going to be a good race, yeah.
Well, for the Coke 600, let's see here. The top 5, Larson's at plus 500, Reddick and Hamlin plus 700, Bell and Blaney plus 750. Russ, do you agree with all of that?
I agree with all that. I'd add William Byron in there as well, but other than that, those are my top 5.
All right. Timms?
Yeah, Byron I had starred at plus 900. I like that a lot. I think he should be up there with those guys a little bit more on the odds.
All right, so there's some featured matchups this week. Christopher Bell versus William Byron. What do we think?
I like the Denny over Kyle Larson one.
Wait.
Easy, Travis.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Christopher Bell versus William Byron. Do we have the predictor for that? Russell?
They're like right on each other. And look, listen to this. So they've been in the next gen car 120 times together. Byron's finished better 61 times, Bell 59 times.
Tyler Reddick. Well, what about Tyler Reddick and Blaney?
It's almost the same thing. Like you couldn't pick 3. They are 60 versus 60. But when you look at mile and a half tracks, I would lean towards Reddick. He's a little better, but it's like by one position.
I'll take Blaney then. I don't get a feeling that Reddick is putting his best performance on here lately.
And you didn't like him in Kansas.
Reddick has never finished outside the top 10 in the 600.
It's gonna happen. Denny Hamlin, Larson.
You got to lean Larson a little bit. It leans Larson.
Kyle Busch, Alex Bowman.
Hold on, Tim's. That's when you won it, right?
Yeah, I disagree. I think anytime the double's in play, I think you just fade Larson. I think you fade that. I don't think there's a lot of focus there.
Oh, yeah. Kyle Busch and Bowman.
This is the only one that I feel confident that it's Bowman.
Why?
Because Kyle's going to spin out. Duh. I mean.
and recently he's done much better on the mile and a half tracks than Kyle Busch.
Alex has been sneaky fast lately, like quiet.
Yeah, he has. Both of them have a hard time getting to the finish, right? They'll have both of them. I think both of them will have moments in the 600, but it's I struggle feeling confident about which one's gonna have the night. You know, at the end of the day on paper, which one's gonna have the better result? Because I honestly feel like both of them will probably look pretty similar.
Yeah.
Well, there's no official lines out on any of these yet, but be interesting. I think if I had to go through the 4, I would say Christopher Bell, Blaney, Larson, Bowman. That'd be mine.
Russ, what is the predictor? What are some other drivers that are the predictor's high on?
So I think the sleeper one would be Josh Berry. Like he's 11th on the predictor, and that's way higher than he normally is. Won Las Vegas. He was 6th in the last mile and a half race, and just has run way better recently. So I think that's the one we got to look at. Maybe top 10 bet. I think winning's a little of a stretch, but and then if you're not looking for another, like maybe top 10 bet, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I know it's a surprise, but he's been 7th in 2 of the last 3 600s. He's been top 15 in 7 of the last 9 600s.
Yeah,
so running right there.
The thing about the 600 is you that extra 100 miles, while maybe it doesn't seem like a massive addition, it does add to it does create opportunity for guys like Stenhouse to, overachieve a bit by a few positions, right? And to your point, I think this race always, puts the mental side of it to a test.
Could you feel it when you were in the car? Like, okay, like,
yeah. Yeah. You would get to the 500th mile, and you go into reserves, right? Because your body and everything about your mental, everything you're like
muscle memory
giving. Well, no, like you're every week you're doing the same distance pretty much. And your body is trained to like expend all of its mental and physical ability in that period of time. And when you get to that moment in that 600-mile race, you go into reserves, and that last 100 miles is really where you see who's mentally strong and who's got the most in the tank. It'll be and it's opportunity for guys like Stenhouse that will be smart, take care of their car, run 20th, 18th, 17th, 15th, and by the end of the night, they'll get up there and snag a couple spots and find themselves with a 10th, 11th, 12th place finish in this long race. It's a long race, just another 100 miles longer than most, but that 100 miles might as well be another 300, to be honest with you. So that'll I don't know if I have as much confidence in some of the other things we've said here today, but I think that Stenhouse bet's a pretty good one.
Dale, we don't do 500-mile races on mile-and-a-half tracks anymore either. So like this is like all our 500-mile races are super speedways. So this is even more taxing.
It's a great point. Yep, it's a great point. So it's just always been a race where you've had guys like McDowell or you can see some of these guys in the back getting those top 15s or maybe even that fringe top 10 that, it's going to be that one of 3 or 4 top 10s that they're going to get throughout the year. And just kind of taking a risk on who that might be. But we'll see. Yeah. We'll see if the Josh Berry Stenhouse top 10 parlay comes through.
You got something different, Timms?
I like a lot of what the professor said. I would add maybe Allmendinger to that list, although obviously he's had a lot of, engine failures and stuff like that.
Travis, are you going to tell us on the 3-way top 10 parlay with A.J. Allmendinger, Josh Berry, and Stenhouse?
And Ricky.
I don't know if I think A.J. is going to get in.
No, I don't.
He would just be. His odds are really low, like Stenhouse's, but I like Stenhouse better than A.J. though.
Boy,
I would put Brad in there. This one. This is Brad's type of race.
Ooh,
yeah.
I mean, he was.
Okay, Brad. Let's take AJ out. Put Brad in.
Are you against that one too?
I like that.
Professor?
I'm talking the professor over here.
He's very, very low on my predictor this week.
Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
There's tiers in this predictor. What tier is he in, Russ?
Oh. He is in tier 3.
Oh,
perfect.
Now there's tears in TJ's eyes.
No, there's not. This is just fuel for the fire here, man. This is good.
Now I will say, he was runner-up last year, right? You were runner-up last year?
Yeah. Do you not remember him getting ready to pass Bell before the rain came? That probably predictor doesn't show that, does
You don't remember that. But
yeah, I didn't think
he was
so.
fast at Kansas, and he had some speed in the All-Star race.
All right. Well,
I'm a little nervous about that, but I still think you're not outside the top 10.
I will. No, I think let's do a Brad Keselowski, Stenhouse, Josh Berry top 10. The one I'm really worried about there is Josh. So I think Josh has the speed, but does he have the mental fortitude for the 600 miles? Where, to your point, they're running traditionally 400 miles. So that's a giant chunk of more racing to do, more trying to get through things without making mistakes.
Yeah, I'm not worried about, from what I've seen with my eyes this year with Josh.
Yeah,
I'm not worried. He's
All
matured
right.
a bunch, and I think Josh has come a long way.
All right. Well, let's take that parlay and see what happens. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate you coming through, Professor. Thank you, Timms.